Hey guys. So all the body cam footage and interviews from the Ruby Frankie and Jodie Hildebrand case were dropped the other day, and it's a lot in there. And let me tell you something, this just got way bizarre. This is 10 on the freaky meter right here. You're not going to want to miss this. This is Kevin Frankie's voice talking to the police. Check it out.
She lived for 6 weeks in that home in Mapleton. And this is where, I don't know what happened, but I do know that there's two different sides of stories. They tried to introduce her to a new cult lady that the Hannahs were getting into. So they wanted to merge their cults into one, apparently. And they referred to it as a cult at the time. Oh, no. No one in a cult says, I'm in a cult. Right. But from your perspective, it looks like two cult leaders merged together. From where I stand now, absolutely. According to Jodi, she was held against her will for 6 weeks and was kidnapped, and she escaped and got out. According to the Hannahs, after 6 weeks of Jodi stabbing herself with forks and knives, cutting herself, and wanting to commit suicide and trying to seduce the husband of the family, they kicked her out. I don't know what's the truth. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But the point is, somewhere around mid-April, Jodi was back in her home in Ivans, and she was a hot mess. And she reached out to Ruby for help. And Ruby was always jealous of the Hannahs, that they had a better relationship with Jodi than.
All right. So remember Pam Bodtcher, who said she wasn't involved at all? Apparently, she was involved with all this exorcism stuff. So listen what went down.
Walking in walls, and sounds like footprints going up walls and across the ceiling, and stuff floating around, and it was just, it was weird, and I hated it. And I became the resident exorcist. That was the title I came up with myself. I thought it was kind of funny, but it was my job to go and give her blessings whenever she started to go into a trance and go into possession, which started to be a lot. And Ruby would go up and check on her. It started every 4 hours at night, and then it moved every 2 hours at night, then it moved every hour at night, and then at some point Ruby said, you know what, I'm just going to start sleeping in there. And if I need you, I'll come down and get you. That's kind of weird, but okay. And that was that. They started sleeping in the same bed. Then she started having trances and stuff. I would say probably Then she started having trances and stuff. I would say probably September, where she believed that she was going to heaven and seeing God and Jesus and talking with them. And she would get together with Pam Bodtcher. Ruby, Pam, and Jodi would get together and do these interventions. That's what they call them. And so they'd just go up and lock themselves in a room for 4 or 5 hours, and then they'd come out, and they'd all just be on cloud nine, and Ruby would share with me she had this amazing vision